10:36.
10:36. We'll call to order the meeting of the Board of Commissioners for Wednesday, October 18th, 2023, and it's 10:36. Please join me for the pledge. Oh, there is no pledge.
There is no flag yet. She's on her way over.
Flags are on their way over. Well, while we're standing, I would like to make a small thing that I think as a whole, we pray for the hostages, whether they be Israeli or Palestinian, that they come home safe and sound, and that this ends soon. Thank you. I guess, here she comes. She's flying.
Who's got
I think it's Karen with the flags.
Yep.
Yep.
She is flying.
She was flying.
This is still the United States of America.
Hello, Commissioner Nelson.
How long is this meeting going to go? Do you have any idea?
Not
Chuck?
long.
We have an 11:30. We have an 11:30 non-public.
It's on Zoom.
You want me to help you with that now?
I'm just trying to find the path of least resistance. Don't resist me, Erica.
Here.
That's okay.
Mr. Wu, good to see you here.
Oh, you can call me Kevin, please.
Kevin.
Mr. Wu would be my father. He's 90 and in Florida.
Oh. Good for you. I was going to say, yeah, in this weather.
All right. Have
What?
fun, everyone.
Whereabouts in Florida?
Englewood.
Let it touch the floor, right? Is that what
Yeah.
goes?
And why don't you join him in the wintertime?
Because I don't like him.
Okay.
Okay, pledge, take two.
To the flag of the United
United
States of America.
And to the republic for which it stands, one nation,
under
under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
After that little fiasco. Public comment.
Yes, Fred Kane from Wolfboro. I'm still concerned about the agency. Do we know how many agency staff are in the building as of this week?
I don't have those numbers of this week.
Okay.
Brett,
Well,
sorry.
I understand we lost 5 LNAs had given their notice this past week, which is concerning. Staffing matters. It really matters. And we've had a trend over the last 2 years when we were spending $15,000 a year for agency staff, and now we're over $1.1 million. I assume we're probably $1.2 million to $1.3 million as of this week. I think we really need to do something here and take care of the staffing for a wonderful facility and, find out why we're losing staff. Thank you.
Just our media questions. Seeing none. Approval of the minutes. for
Oh, I've
October-
got a comment.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Please
Yeah,
step up.
I hate to be a Karen and speak to a manager or anything, but I've got a problem with the hay situation. There's numerous bales out here. If I could just show you these here. This is the last bale of hay that was sold to me on June 9th of 2021. And and Will kept the check until November 30th. And this is the last bale I was allowed to buy. So now there are numerous bales out there, and he said they're all spoken for. And I'm just a little curious what the process is in buying hay. I mean, I've been buying hay from Alan Seaglin since, 1997. And I've never knew of any process. It was always first come, first served.
Okay. To answer your question, I don't have an answer for you, but that's why I've asked Will to come today, and he will explain. He'll be in later.
Because I have a
to
$100
explain.
bill, and I'd like to buy 2 bales.
Okay. He will be up here, and feel free to stay so you can ask any questions.
Okay,
Okay.
but I was just a little concerned. I mean, I paid cash before and never got a receipt, but when I wrote this check on June 9 of 2021, he held it was never brought to my bank until November 30th
Okay.
of 2021. I just think that's bad practice and bad management. And there's been numerous bales of hay that I bought from him in the past and never got a receipt at all. In fact, back then, they were $45 a bale. I didn't have change, so I gave him a $50 bill, and I gave him a $5 tip. But now I've just been, for some reason, shut off. And I don't know why he's mad at me or why he doesn't like me anymore. I don't know what, or maybe I'm being discriminated against. I don't
I
know.
would hope not.
Yeah, but maybe you can help me get to the bottom of it.
We will.
We will. Last Thursday, I was a little late here because I'd asked to buy hay, and he said, no, these are all sold. I said, well, that doesn't settle well with me, and it's kind of unacceptable. And from here, I'm going to go over to the commissioners. And he said, well, go right ahead. So here I am.
Okay.
And I hate to be a Karen and say, I want to talk to a manager. I hate doing this.
That's what we do.
I'm too old, and
We'll address it.
Yes.
well, thank you. I'd rather be doing 150 different other things. But what I have to do now is I have to go all the way to Meters in Rochester and pay $110 for the same round bale. So I don't think $50 is he's really charging enough. I would gladly pay $100 for a bale right here because I'm only a mile up the road. Thank you. Thank you.
You're
for your
very
time.
welcome. Thank you.
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes of the October 12th meeting as written.
I'll second. All those in favor, say aye.
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 Madam Chair,
Yes?
because we have a commissioner on the
Oh.
Zoom, we have to do roll call for each vote.
Okay, I'm sorry.
No?
Good
We haven't
morning,
done this in
Bill.
a while.
Good morning.
Okay, so I guess we'll have
Roll call.
a roll call vote, please.
Commissioner McCarthy,
Aye.
Commissioner McGee,
Aye.
Commissioner Nelson,
Yes.
thank you.
Ooh. You know what? I don't have the manifest approval things because we already did them.
Let me get that. If you want to go on to the next thing, I'll get
Yep.
that for you, okay?
Okay. Okay, we will go on to Bob. You have a report for us, and I'm sure that Mr. Kane has some questions for you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Sorry I didn't have time to write up a formal report for you.
That's okay.
But I'll give you some statistics. Currently at the nursing home, we have 13 agency LNAs and 5 nurses. Last week, within the last 7 days, really, we lost some staff. I guess the Taylor community has opened up and,
Oh, they've taken staff, okay.
yeah, they're offering more money, better benefits. We lost 2 7 to 3 LNAs, 3 3 to 11 LNAs, and 1 LPN. Our census currently is 98, and we're getting another admit tomorrow, which will bring us up to 99. We had 2 residents pass away in the last week. Other than that, things seem to be going well.
Okay. Anything else? Greg, would you like to, I think your questions have been answered
Yeah, so there's,
very quickly.
so there's 18 agency, I think, is total, but we've lost 6 staff this last week. And this is a problem, and I've been trying to have the commission and the delegation realize they have to deal with this. The Taylor community is open. It's a wonderful facility also. And now these staff members that have left that may have gone there are going to call their friends and that they work with and entice them. The county needs to deal with staffing. Staffing matters. Thank you.
Bob, you have anything else for us?
No.
No?
Good job.
All set?
Yes.
Okay,
No.
thank you for your time.
No, thank you for your time. I know it's okay, and Will is not here yet. Okay. I guess we could, I need to talk to you for a second. Can you get, Will to come on? Since we're,
Let them know we're ready.
I will,
Okay, the commissioners are ready. Let me know when you are. Okay.
I'm gonna, let's go into, I'm gonna go into recess. It is
10:47.
10:47. Thank you. And now I will open the Board of Selectmen's,
We have to go into recess, we have to vote on that?
no. In for Hale's location.
10:48.
I only have one thing for Hales this week. I have one check in the amount of $8 going to the Carroll County Registry of Deeds. It is for a copy of a title, and it is $8. So I just need approval to have the treasurer sign.
Motion to approve,
I will second. We need a roll call vote.
Yes. I'm sorry, Commissioner McGee?
aye.
Commissioner McCarthy?
Aye.
Commissioner
Commissioner
Nelson.
Nelson, aye.
Thank you, Bill. Okay. So that will be done. We need to, we just need to initial the invoice, if you would.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Okay. So Hales is done. Okay. I don't have anything else for Hales, so the meeting for Hales, I need a motion
Make
to
sure to
adjourn.
adjourn the Hills location, select board meeting.
10:49.
I'll second. Bill? Melissa, we need a roll call vote.
Oh,
For Hales. I don't know
Commissioner
where he is.
McCarthy.
There he is, he's back.
He's back.
Commissioner McCarthy.
Aye.
Commissioner McGee.
Aye.
Commissioner Nelson.
Aye.
Okay.
Thank you.
And Will is on his way over.
Okay.
10:50.
We could need
I'm
to
sorry, I'm
take,
between two things here.
that's okay, Bill. Melissa, I gave the copy back to,
Here it comes.
maybe it's in here, Bill's is probably in here. We need to vote on the copier lease.
Uh-huh.
I don't have it with me. Bonnie took it back with her.
Just make
It's
a
the-
motion to approve the,
Yeah, the pricing is the same, it's a yearly lease, they didn't go on the pricing at all, so, we just need a motion to approve.
motion to approve.
I'll second.
So motion to approve the Porter Office Machines contract for the copier in the finance office.
Right.
Yes.
And that includes the maintenance agreement?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Commissioner McCarthy?
Aye.
Commissioner McGee?
Aye.
Commissioner Nelson?
I'm here. I'm between two things going on at the same time.
Commissioner Nelson, we have an open motion to approve the copier contract with Porter Office Machines for the unit in the finance office. There's no change in pricing.
Okay.
And the
Roll
other-
call?
Yep, the other two commissioners have already voted in favor.
I vote in favor as well.
Thank you.
Madam Chair, is there an amount of that?
I don't have.
There is, and we
There
don't have it
is,
in
and I
front
don't
of us.
have it. I can get it for you.
I'll get that.
Okay, thank you.
I believe it's $145 a month, but I'll double check.
Bonnie took it back with her, so.
Yes.
And I have that accounts payable number for you. We don't have the payroll number yet because
Okay.
it's Wednesday. We usually get that later on Wednesday.
Okay.
That's the accounts payable for today.
Okay, accounts payable for October 18th is $310,971.06.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning, Will.
Good morning.
Sorry to call you away from work, but
Let me do that.
I'm just going to mute
you
Commissioner.
want to go ahead with what you have first, and then we'll,
Oh, she went out there. I guess I'm trying to remember what we had on the list. Was there, oh, we're talking about the road, right?
The road tower and the Blueberry,
yeah,
MOU, okay.
yeah.
The road, so we met with FEMA on Monday for a couple hours. There's a declaration or whatever that they did. There was a team of 5 of them here, Melissa, myself, and Lieutenant Santucci from the Sheriff's Department. All met with them, and then we went up and toured the road and the damages as well. So I guess originally until we learned some things Monday when we set up the agenda to come, we were going to ask about getting approval for and Melissa has the correct terminology, but so we can get this repaired, this emergency fixed, so we can get up to the tower. It was going to be $7,500 to do that. But after talking with the FEMA guys on Monday, I think that I would have asked that we don't set that exact number just yet, because there might be there's some new things we learned, and there could be some things that the contractor wasn't aware of that we want them to look at to make that number a little more accurate. There's 2 parts to the FEMA part. Is just to put the road back the way it was. They'll pay, I believe it was 75%, and we would pick up 25%. And then they have a mitigation, but you can't call it improvements. I learned that at the meeting. So that can be matched up to 100% of whatever the number is. So touring that, there is no, as you get further up the hill, there is no ditches. So all the water is running right down the center of the road, which has been our major problem. So to mitigate that, we're talking about putting some ditches in and a couple of culverts in. So we don't know what all that's going to cost yet, but the first part is just getting it back to what it was, and getting that done hopefully before snow flies, so that so it's accessible up there. So I don't know if today, like I said, we kind of changed by meeting with them. I don't know if we still need to look to get approval so I can get them in, at least getting it done. I just don't know. I want to get a new updated price from him, I guess, including some of the things that FEMA pointed out. So that's why I don't have an exact number. I'm hopefully going to be meeting with him shortly after we're done here, and maybe give him a couple days and he can give us an exact price. So if you guys want that before we make the motion, we can have that motion next week.
that would be good.
That would be good.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I figured. Like I said, just some of the new developments that happened through that meeting.
Okay.
The Blueberry MOU, Melissa had updated that. Looked pretty good to, pretty normal to me. So he's basically less of the Boy Scout troops, from my understanding. Less of the Boy Scout troops are going to be participating. It's only going to be primarily one up in Madison, or the others at this point aren't interested or whatever, or dissolved, or low numbers. I'm not sure exactly why. He's hoping to get some others back coming if that works out, but right now it's looking like just him or his troop. I talked with him extensively the other day, a couple of the issues that I feel that we have, and he expressed some of the issues he has. One of the issues I don't feel, since it's been about 6 years since we've been leasing out, They haven't been fertilizing the blueberries or pruning the blueberry. They've been pruning a little bit, but not to the extent that they should be. And they haven't fertilized the blueberries, and I think they're starting to look a little ragged down there. And I expressed that to him and had told him to try to reach out to Olivia at the Cooperative Extension to see if she could get, I don't know if they get master gardeners or a group of somebody that might come down, because it is a lot of work, and there's not only a few parents and a few kids in the troop, it's just overwhelming for that part. For them, just to keep up with the mowing is a lot of work. And I realize that, but it also needs to be addressed, and especially the fertilizer issue. The point of view that I look at it is the county owns the bushes, they're an asset to the county. So we need to make sure that that asset is staying, valued at what it should be. So talking to him, I suggested that we could kick in some money for fertilizer on those blueberries. I put it in the proposed budget that I sent off to Bonnie to put $1,000 in to help with some fertilizer and some sulfur to get the pH back down and try to improve the health. Also, I put in the capital expenditures. A few years ago, we had budgeted some money for a shed.
Yeah.
And then that was a transition time when Bob, the guy I'm working with now, versus the gentleman before, there was some miscommunications and he wasn't aware of that money being there. So I told him that I would put in $2,500 into our capital expenditures. If the commissioners approve it, then they approve it, but that we'd have that in there to look at a shed. I also told him, which personally I kind of think is that there's other, because I asked him, I said, what are you going to store in the shed? And he's like, oh, well, we want to put a lawnmower in there or whatever. And I said, well, I have, barn space that we could put a lawnmower in down back, so as an option too.
Right.
So, and we have areas where I keep fertilizer and stuff, so there's areas, a lot of that stuff could be kept and not have to have a shed out there. But if we decided, or they wanted a shed, or you guys decide that a shed's a good idea for them, I put the $2,500 that we could contribute or see what we could get for it. I also expressed I didn't want he was going to talk to the town for permits and all that kind of stuff, but I expressed that I don't want a permanent shed out there. It's something that I would like on skids that could be removable. So at some point, if this program didn't work out and whatever happens, we would be able to remove it from the field instead of having a shed in the middle of the field out there.
Yeah, I think that's what we agreed on before.
Correct, yep. So that's kind of the other option, or the other issue he had was he's been using his personal lawnmower for the last several years. The way they had it set up with the other troops, his troop would mow every other week, and another troop would mow on the opposite week. But now going forward this next season, where it's just his troop doing it, it's something he's going to have to be doing weekly. He was worried about he said his lawnmower's, getting rough shape doing all that mowing, and it is a lot of heavy mowing down there. I suggested to him that maybe he could reach out to places like NB Tractor or United, and if they have trade-in, if somebody's going to get something better, maybe they could look at a donation or whatever to the Boy Scouts, and that could be a way he could try to get something, and then he could just leave it down here.
Even Home Depot,
Right.
they're really good, or Lowe's.
So I told him he should reach out for donations, and that, to that way to try to help with that. So that's kind of the update, I guess, on what I've talked with him in the last little bit. I know he's also been communicating with Melissa a little bit, and then I think instead of doing a 3-year at this point, I think the new MOU is just for a year.
For a year.
Yeah, he just wants to try it for the 1 year and see how that's going to work with the size of his, like I said, with the size of his troop and it only being his troop.
Okay.
I don't know if that's something that you guys need to vote and sign on now or not. I'm not sure on that or what.
No, normally we have them sign first.
Yep, so the MOU expired on September 30th, so I reached out to Bob Boyd and asked for an updated signature line information, and then just put that in it. and sent it back to him. He said it looks good, so if the commissioners are in agreement, I can send it on to him for signature first, if that's where we're at.
Yeah, I think so, and then we'll vote on it next week.
Okay, thank you.
The other one or two quick things that I want to ask is that change order, did you already have that?
I have it over at the office. We have something for Chairman McCarthy to sign
Yeah.
the change order.
Okay, so you have that, so I need to get that signed from you when you get a chance so we can get that back. That was on the well, the work that we
Oh,
had
we
talked
did.
about throughout the summer of the wells. And then I have another one that I just got emailed this morning. This is on, it says owner, so I didn't know if we need to have you sign it or if I'm capable of signing it, but it's for the piping and the new meters that we had done in the building. So I guess that's kind of up to you guys. It's what we've already approved. It went out to bid. We already approved all that. This is just their actual bill, and this is going to be coming out of the ARPA funds for that improvement. I don't know if that's.
I think we already approved it.
Yes,
Melissa, this has already
Yeah,
been approved,
the money's already been approved.
The
I
money's
just didn't know.
so we don't have to vote on anything other than, okay.
No.
I think, didn't we say that Will could sign also, that we usually do?
I know we did on the grant stuff. I wasn't sure on the ARPA. That's why my question was coming
Yeah, I
up.
think, I don't recall a vote to authorize him to sign change orders.
No, this isn't a change order.
Oh, it's not, I'm sorry.
No.
I was looking for the other thing. I'm sorry, what?
This is just a bill for
Right.
the stuff we already bid it out.
Oh, I'm sorry, I
I don't know
apologize,
if I
yep.
can sign as
I think he has
the owner.
authority to sign that,
Yeah,
yes.
I think
Okay.
we did.
Okay,
We're
I just
all
want
set
to
with it.
clarify that before I
Yep.
sign, just to
Yeah.
make sure
I'm pretty sure we did.
it's like a $29,000,
Okay.
That's all right, we
Bill
know where
for
you
it.
live, we know where you live,
right? So,
I think.
right. Other than that, that's all I had for the commissioners. I don't know if you guys had anything for.
I do. I'm going to ask you to, if you would speak on your process for the hay.
Sure.
So if you would gladly do that for the benefit
Yep.
of the public.
Sure.
They have some questions on what your process is.
Okay, so the process has not changed since before I was here. I kind of inherited the same process. In the springtime, we have customers that call and order X amount of hay and what kind of hay they want to have. I put them on the list, and then as I go through the hay in the summertime and making the hay, I fill their order. I'll call those people and fill the order. Not everybody, I generally go down the list, but we have several different kinds of hay we do, so if the first person on the list wants a different kind of hay than I have available, then I go to the one that wants the kind we have available. And we go right down through that list and we sell our hay. The last several years, we've had very little extra, especially since we've gone to the round bale operation more than the squares. Occasionally we'll have, a little bit extra, or if people order a certain amount and then we get down to it, I fill the amount, and then they're like, oh, I didn't need 30, I only wanted 25. Then those extras, if I haven't filled everybody's order, those go to that. If I filled those orders, then it's first come, first serve, basically, once we have our orders full. That's kind of pretty much always been the way it's been since before my time. The difference has been over the years, and I've seen it since I've been here, is we used to have maybe less orders, and also, so we'd have more of the first come, first serve. So we had a portion of our customer base that used to usually come just first come, first serve. That margin has gotten a lot thinner over the last several years. And so that's, I don't know if there's any other information you're looking for or what we do. I mean, that's kind of the basics of what takes place.
When these people put in their order, for how many, do they prepay? We don't hold it for them, or do they pay when they pick up?
No, so once I have the order filled and I call them, they come and pay for the whole order. And then sometimes we deliver to some customers and some customers come and pick it up. But they pay for the order, and then if they can only pick up a couple at a time, it might take them a week or two to get it all out of here or whatever. And then they go that way, but it's all paid for. I don't like to have people prepay because I don't know what's going to come out of the fields and what we'll have or not have.
I
So-
understand that, yeah. But I'm just saying, once you do call them with the order, then they come and pay.
Correct. Yep.
And do you keep any aside for first come, first served people who just want one bale here or there?
Not generally. We do have a little bit of mulch hay at times. We'll have some square bales that I'll try to keep aside if we even make any. There's the years I can't make them, and we have local contractors that will come and get 5-10 bales at a time for a grass job or something when they're doing a septic. We've gotten known for that, but there's been years I don't have that, and then there's years that we do have that.
I'm assuming this year is less because of the weather?
Correct. Yeah. We made less hay than we did last year. Last year was a really good year. We made less hay than last year, but not significantly as I thought we would. The quality's changed on the kind of hay we did this year, so that affects our revenue obviously, because I have to grade the hay to what it is, and that's went down. But we did get all of our fields done this year.
What do you charge for a round bale?
So depending on the kind it is, I think we have the price list on our website. So it's for a dry round, it's $60. For a wet round, it's wet round wrapped is $50. I think the dry second cut, if we have them, is $70. So it's all based on what kind of hay that we're getting. We also offer, some customers will do dry hay, but they want it wrapped because they don't have barn storage. And then there's additional charge to wrap it. I usually have, depending on the price of fuel and how far away we're going, we have fuel charges for some of our deliveries. We've gotten away from a lot of deliveries over the last couple of years. I just don't have the manpower or the time to be out on the road delivering. We need to be here. We got enough responsibilities on the complex to be doing. Square bales have different prices depending on the quality of the hay, and also whether if we're delivering it, that has an additional charge per bale, and also at times a surcharge on fuel as well.
Okay. Commissioner, any questions?
Does that answer the question?
Madam Chair, may I ask a question?
You may.
The only thing I didn't hear is a specific time in which they can put their application in and order. I mean, hay is not a regular product. It has variables, and if people want different products, you got to account for that. My concern is that when is the public notified that the product is available or they can begin to apply?
Yep.
What is that? You said spring. What was the actual date?
So I usually say April 1st, so we're through the budget season, because if the commissioners decided we're not going to be in the hay business, I don't want to be telling people in January I'm going to have hay that summer. So I do a cutoff around April 1st. Our budget season's done, and I know that we're going to be doing or whatnot. So April 1st they can call and get on the list, and then I make the list. We go from there. Sometimes I can't tell people if I have their order until, like this year was really late, but usually if I got it like this year around August, mid-August, I started telling some of my customers I'm not going to have that product. It's just not going to happen this year. And I try to give them as much heads up as possible to go find another vendor to get their hay. This year I told some of them that, some of them I didn't know until September, October I wouldn't be able to finish it because the hay season just went later this year than normal. So that varies on the season. But I try to give like people that ordered, a good example, that ordered square bales. Once my square bale help went back to college, I knew I wasn't really going to be able to fill those orders, so I called those folks right away and said, I'm not going to be able to fill your orders this year. I don't have the labor to do that. If you want to look at rounds, I can put you towards the bottom of the list and see what we have left for rounds and try to fill that gap. But I won't know until I have everything in the barn to know what I have for customers.
Follow up, Madam
Yes.
Chair. Okay, so April 1st, does the public know that April 1st is the date they can begin to apply? Because you also stated that you received some orders or interest before April. So what is the actual date? My concern is that you have a county product. It should be, since it has variables, you can't do it the same way as you would a regular product. So I would think that you would have to tell the public that we're receiving on a certain date applications. That way, anybody in the public in the area can apply. It sounds like there's people that have been using the services for a long time, and they know that you're gonna have hay coming up, so they ask you, we have hay. But since it's a product that's county-wide, I just want to make sure that it's posted to the public on a consistent basis where if somebody other than your regular customers wish to get hay, they still have an opportunity. That's my point. So what is that date?
The date I start filling out the sheet and tell people they can call me is April 1st. Do I know before then that there's going to be people that want it because they're regular customers? Yes, but I don't start filling out the sheet and they have to call me after April 1st. I don't put out a newspaper article or anything that April 1st is the date. It's been the common practice for over 10 years, 15 years that I've been here that we do it that date. So no, I don't advertise it to everybody as far as this is the date, and we can change that if the commissioners choose to, but I don't start writing down anybody's list until April 1st. I print it off in my office, I have it sitting there by the phone, so when someone comes, I have their name, the kind of hay they want, their phone number, and the date that they're placing their order, and what kind of hay that they're looking for.
Thank you, Madam Chair, but I also would encourage the board to come up with a very good policy to make sure that it's consistent. I know this is always the way they've done it, but I just think that if a product is available, there should be an exact date that people can apply, so not just certain people that have always had it has it. It should be available to everyone since it's a county product. Thank you very much.
I don't see a problem, maybe we can put it on the website,
Sure.
that you take whatever.
Right. Maybe Melissa can add that to the farm page there, that April 1st we start taking orders.
I mean, I've seen hay for sale on the website before. I've seen it on the red banner.
Oh, okay, good.
But I don't know when that actually
Okay,
happens.
so you're already putting it on there?
Oh yeah, we've always listed it on there.
So just add the date. Okay. Anything else, Will? How's everything else going?
Good. Busy, but we've got a lot of different things in the fire. Hopefully we're going to be hearing back to getting our new water meters pretty soon. We got a meeting next week with Underwood to talk about the pipe down Old 28.
Didn't you talk, you said something to me about that last week.
Yeah, I think Monday we're meeting here with the town. There's going to be some representatives from the town also because that's a town road. And I don't know, I think there was a person coming from the state possibly. I've just been in the email chain, but we're supposed to be meeting here at 8:30 Monday morning to start talking. I think it's kind of preliminary stuff, so I'm not sure exactly what's going to be covered in it. But I know that's upcoming. Also we want to finish up the lawns here, and we've been working on machinery, putting summertime stuff away and getting wintertime stuff out. And I think that's about it.
Great.
How was the fair?
Good.
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 Okay. Yes, Mr. Holt?
Could I ask your farm manager about a check for hay that I wrote back on the 9th of June 2021? In fact, the last bale that I bought here, because apparently I've been taken off the list. I've called the number, I never get a return call, I never get any information, so I'm being excluded from buying hay. But here's a check
Yeah, you
that I
gave me a
wrote for
copy.
hay to the Carroll County Farm.
We have a copy already.
Okay, well, I'd like to give this one to Will just to refresh his memory. It was held for 5 months before it was brought to the bank.
Okay.
I don't know, I think maybe he was hoping it would bounce so I could be blacklisted from the list? Or is that
That's
just-
kind of out of order.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Well, it's my speculation, because I've been buying hay here since Alan Seguin has been making. I've been here since 1996 buying hay, and I've been cut off. And I just want to know why. There's what, 100 bales out there, and I'd like to buy 2. I have a $100 bill. I'd pay it to you today if I could just buy 2 bales. He told me it was 50. But I can't, for some reason, I can't buy hay. I have to have it trucked in from Canada, have to drive all the way to Rochester. You know, it's huge inconvenience, especially when I'm a taxpayer in this town for 27 years.
Thank you.
I just feel, my feelings are hurt. I thought Will was my friend.
I'm sure he is.
Not
And we
anymore.
both,
I don't know what I did to him. I didn't do anything to him.
thank you.
You're welcome.
All set with me?
Okay.
Sure, thank you. Have a good day.
Sorry. What else have we got?
Regional appropriation.
We got the regional appropriations. Okay. You have your book with all of them?
I do.
Okay. And I have this stuff, so let's, what one would you like to discuss first?
I guess we should just go down the list as they're written.
Okay. Sorry.
Bless you.
Oh, sorry, must be the
Must be the
hay
hay.
dust.
Must be the new puppy.
Yeah, oh my God, she's so cute, I gotta break her. Okay,
Hey,
let's see.
Peter.
The first one is Bear Camp Children's Center, that's what she has on the list.
Would you want to go just to make a brief overview of what we've been asked for? Did we do that last week already?
I don't know, but Commissioner McGee has brought up a good point. I don't know if we did this last week, but as you know, we did, our cap is at, we're trying to stay at 2% of, based on a 223 general fund budget is what we usually, that would be $403,220 that we would be doing to nonprofits. Unfortunately, we have requests from these nonprofits for $730,915. So, which of course is not possible at this point. So we have a lot of work to do to try to,
In 2023,
Yep.
it appears we did
at
490,000.
490, yep. We went over our cap, but
And I wasn't involved in that, but I'm assuming the delegation approved.
Yes.
That's because they have the final,
they had the final say.
they have the final say.
Okay, well, let me see, these aren't in order. Let me see, where's Bear Camp Valley Children's Center, is that the same as the Tamworth?
Yes.
Okay. So, you haven't not seen this, I'm gonna hand this to you. This is what we normally get for each one. Wish we had two of them, but
I didn't get the backup, right?
no, you didn't get the back, so take a look at that and we can announce that. I don't know.
When do we need to have this finalized?
I don't know, what's the schedule when they want these all done?
Hoping you can have them today so the CFO can finish putting the budget together for your meeting next week. Yep, I'm kind of on a crunch.
Well, should we,
This is a difficult task
yes, it is.
because they're all obviously real requests
Yeah.
for good causes. Knowing that we approved, or the delegation approved 490,000 last year, and the cap is 403 this year.
I think that's what.
And we have at least one that I saw, new request for a significant amount of money. It's going to be difficult to really increase anybody's funding.
No, yeah, we're definitely not gonna be able to do that, so.
And some of the requests are significantly higher than last year.
Madam Chair, could you run down the list of the nonprofit and then how much they're
What we're
asking?
we're going to do that.
What they requested or what they received last year?
Well, that would be good to, both.
Okay, I can do that.
I'm sorry to interrupt.
First on the list, we have Bear Camp Valley Children's Center. They've requested $75,000. Last year, they received $25,000. Carroll County Adult Education has requested $52,275. Last year, they received $45,000. Carroll County Conservation District It requested $56,640. They received $50,000 last year. Carroll County RSVP requested $80,000 this year. Last year they received $75,000. Child Advocacy Center is asking for $70,000. They received $55,000 last year. The Court-Appointed Special Advocates, CASA, is a new request of $10,000. End 68 Hours of Hunger are asking for $8,000. They received $5,000 last year. Mount Washington Valley Adult Daycare Center, which is a new request, and they are requesting $147,000. Mount Washington Valley Recovery requested $7,000. Last year they received $15,000. The Visiting Nurse Home Care and Hospice is requesting $75,000. That is what they received last year. White Horse Addiction Center is asking for $150,000. They received $125,000 last year. So, as you can see, this is not an easy job. It's a hard decision because they are all great,
Causes.
yeah, causes, and yes.
Does it state on the application if they have received funding or are going to receive funding from the towns?
It does, and we haven't gone through these yet.
Thank
so-
you, I will not interrupt any longer.
No, that's fine. Okay, so I don't know how you want to do this, Chuck. I mean, this is,
I mean, it's a tough call. I would say we level fund what we did last year, which is,
yeah,
the commissioners approved $490,000. I just don't see adding,
no,
and in the case of the Mount Washington Valley Adult Daycare Center, you were there, and they do wonderful work.
they do wonderful work. It's a great facility.
And it's definitely a good cause.
Good
It's just
cause.
a question of, and really, it's up to, in reality, it's up to the delegation to really decide how much of this they want to do. I mean, we can make our recommendations, and I guess we propose it, and they decide if they want to. And they certainly can increase it if they want to.
I want to see their client base, which, well, it's somewhere on here.
Can I help? Are you okay? Usually it's on their application. It shows the number of people from each town, sir.
I don't see.
Can I have just one of them, and any random one of them? I'll just,
I was looking at this one.
okay.
Oh, here it is, second
Okay,
page.
it should be
Got it.
a whole list of towns. Okay.
Okay, got it. If I can only see it.
Right.
So let's take this one for the Mount Washington Valley Adult Daycare Center. First of all, we support programs that serve the entire county and try to make it fair. So I can run through this list of people that they have had this year at the Adult Daycare Center. They have 17 from Albany, 28 from Bartlett, 1 from Brookfield, 3 from Chatham, 82 from Conway, 4 from Eaton, 5 from Effingham, 4 from Freedom, 3 from Hales, 12 from Jackson, 20 from Madison, 4 from Moultonboro, 11 from Ossipee, 4 from Sandwich, 19 from Tamworth, and 3 from Wolfboro. So it does seem that they spread through the whole county. I'm amazed because they don't provide transportation, so these people are driving their loved one to North Conway. Normally, we have had in the past people come and tell us. I mean, you have any questions on this? I mean,
No, I don't have any questions. I mean, again, they do good work, and it's a good service.
yeah, there's just no way that we can.
give them a-
Based on the current, our current limitations, that's the issue. I mean, it's always a matter of
Well, let's look at this. If
how much you want to spend.
I want to look at,
I'm still in.
I'm looking for the Bear Camp Valley one. Where is that?
Isn't that this one, the Tamworth
Oh,
High
yes.
School?
What is there, what do they have for, where do they go?
It's Tamworth is 32, the vast majority of the
Yeah.
people served. I would recommend keeping it at 25.
I don't see that it serves the entire county.
No.
I think they only have one from Albany, one from Effingham, two from Freedom. Like you say, the majority, all of them, 32 from Tamworth. Out of 47 clients, 32 are from Tamworth. I don't know. Definitely not, we can't do the 75,000.
I'm going to cause trouble.
Sure.
Go right ahead.
Zero it out. And the town has responsibility for those people. Two people.
I'm glad, that was going to be my suggestion, Bill, so I'm glad that you're the troublemaker.
Right.
Yep.
Okay.
Bill, do you have any questions on any of these?
I did have one, let's see, the Nick. Oh, that's
Right.
zero, they don't want anything, that's
No,
good.
no, they didn't ask for anything. And also,
The N68 hours of hunger, what towns does that cover?
okay, let me see.
We have that.
Oh, I got it right here.
Do you have that one?
I don't know, we have one in Conway that, oh. Well,
Those are the
I don't know what they, I'm assuming these little dots are what they cover. Melissa, there's no numbers, it's just a little dot, is that what that's supposed to be? You just got little dots.
Is there
I don't think so.
asterisks? Does she have an attachment maybe that?
All right, I'll jump in, $5,000.
No, there's the money.
No,
It's students in the GovernmentOversite School District.
yeah, I don't see anything there. It's probably because they,
I believe Wolf Carroll has 68 hours of hunger as well.
yeah, Conway does too, I think.
It says on average, 130 children from the towns of Wolfboro, Tuftonboro, Ospey, and Effingham and Middleton.
Okay, what did you say, 5,000? Leave it at 5,000, Bill?
That's correct.
Okay,
I would agree with that.
yep, that's fine with me. Okay. Bill, any other one that you have any comments on?
My only reason, by the way, on the 68 hours of hunger, I do say that of all the programs that are out there, everything that's out there for people, that we should not, somebody's paying for this, and the towns should certainly provide the money, and
Right,
that's my concern with that. So, anyway, that's it. Any others? Let's see, recovery's the same, adult center is the same. We don't know how many people are from where, oh, you read that.
yeah, we have never given them anything, but there's no way we can give them 145,000.
That's correct. 75,000. That's my recommendation.
This is from Mount Washington Valley
Adult
Yes.
daycare.
Adult Daycare. Okay,
That's just a starting point.
Okay.
okay.
Adult education, they've asked for like $12,000 more. The conservation district, they've asked for like $6,000 more. RSVP, now last year, on a few of these, RSVP was one, they did get 80 before we put them down to 75. The same thing with Whitehorse, they were getting 150 and we took away 25,000 last year, so. The Conservation District, I have that in front of me, let's see, I think they're,
And my thing keeps pumping out or jumping off whether that volume or in here.
I would say that we leave the Conservation District at what we gave them last year.
I agree with that one.
Um,
Same thing with Carroll County RSVP. Same as last year.
Okay, that's fine with me. I would love to see them get more because I know the work they do and I'm on the board, so I am not going to speak for them or vote on that particular one, so. I would say,
Does visiting nurse home care cover the entire county?
let me look and see.
It's the same, so that's all right.
I
Yeah.
believe it does.
Yeah, I think it does,
I looked at this.
yeah. So, I would, they asked for whatever, for the same as they got last year, so I would leave it at that, if you like the visiting
Sure.
nurse home care. So what are we up to now? Are you
Well,
adding these?
I'm working on that.
Madam Chair, I've been keeping a tally up on the screen.
Oh, okay.
So you have about 166,000 more to cut from the requests.
Jeez.
Is this part of this? Is this a separate one?
This is for the UNH cooperative, yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
not
that's
on-
separate. That's a separate one.
That's
That's a
separate.
separate
one.
Separate, yep.
It's got its own account number.
Okay, well.
What did we do with Carroll County Adult Education?
Nothing yet.
Okay.
I got,
45,000 last year.
yep. I know they do great work. They're working in jail. They're doing a ton of stuff. The Child Advocacy Center, they're asking for 70.
I'll go with 60.
Okay, hold on. Let me see what they cover. They do cover the whole county, but their biggest clients are from Conway, Ossipee, Wakefield, and Wolfboro. So I would, so what did you say, Bill?
Let's put 65, how about that?
On which one?
The Child Advocacy Center, they're asking for 80, they're asking for 70. I would say 60.
I like 60s at the most.
Would 60 be okay with you, Bill?
Yes, it would.
Okay. Okay, so now what else do we have left
You
here?
got CASA, court-appointed special advocates, court-appointed special advocates.
Yes, we have the new one.
CASA.
Yeah, for CASA, which is asking for 10,000. It's a new one. I know what they do. What's your comments?
I know what they do, and they do good work, as they all do here. I mean, it's just a question of
Bill, comments?
putting the 10,000 and see what we come up with.
Okay. I'm gonna back you up a minute. The Child Advocacy Center, is that down to 60 or is that staying at 65?
60.
No, 60.
All right. Well, that needs to be, I see 65, maybe I'm looking at the wrong thing.
Melissa?
Which one's 60?
Child advocacy, 60.
Thank you.
Okay.
You have any comments on the
CASA.
CASA, the coin-appointed special advocates? They're new this year. They're asking for 10,000.
I certainly think they do a wonderful job, but they've survived 5,000. They want to be the meanie here.
No? Okay. What do we have next? Mount Washington Valley Recovery. They've already knocked themselves down to 7,000, so I say we give them the 7,000.
Sounds good.
They, last year they got 15, so that's nice to see that they don't need as much. We left the visiting nurse home care hospice, we left that at 75. Okay, what else do we have now?
Whitehorse.
Whitehorse. We gave them 125 last year. They're asking for 150.
Did they give any indication, I don't like book with me, but did they give any indication how many, what towns they serve? I know it's a county-wide issue, but anybody outside the county?
Hold on here. Let me see.
It's right here. It's,
Okay.
gave us the list of donations.
Or percentage?
I see nothing from outside the county. Last year they did 156 people with the units of, yeah. The biggest towns, of course, are Conway, Ossipee, Wakefield, and there's some in every town.
Right.
So,
But what is, it does say case management at the top, 110.
Yeah.
So is that outside the county, outside these towns, our towns?
no, I think that's just, no.
Okay.
They are starting a new one that hasn't started yet. They are going up to Berlin, but that's a different county, and I'm assuming they would ask for money from that county if that gets going up there.
Made it the same. Or take it down to 140.
Yeah, I'd leave it at 125.
Okay, we'll leave it at one. Chuck says 125. I think they can survive on 125. So where are we down to now, Melissa? I can't see it.
I
So.
can't see that far.
You have to cut another 126,000 to get to your 2%.
God, there's no way.
Right.
Well, we were almost 100. I mean, you were 87,000 over the cap last year, just on what was approved. So the only way you get to the cap is if we cut what we gave last year and not add anybody new.
I know.
If that's,
Oh, adult education, we haven't done anything with them. They got 45 last year, they're asking for 52.
I'd leave it at 45.
Okay, we'll leave it at 45, level funding. I think we're level funding pretty much all of them.
Pretty much. So what does that give us at this point?
What's that total now?
I can't see that.
So we're at
Where are we, what's that, 522, Melissa?
522 even right now, yeah.
So now you're at 522,
So,
which is only 32,000 over last year.
yes,
I can live with that.
okay.
And
Ed?
the delegation will do their stuff.
Exactly.
Okay. Yes, Ed?
Thank you, Madam Chair. If there was a way to factor in which or how much they have requested or are going to receive from the towns, is there any way to weight that in there? Because like, if, an example, if White Horse Addiction Center is going to get money from Ossipee because of their caseload, then if you accounted for that, maybe you could adjust some of these numbers down.
But see, I don't think that, see, that's hard because of the budget.
They give us the funding they get from other people.
So has White Horse told you how much they're going to receive from Ossipee? Or at least how much they've requested?
That's a good question.
So I could tell you that the Ospey applications, I don't even think are due yet. So their process is running in the same time as ours, but nonprofits actually have until January, February to submit petitions for funding at March town meeting. So I think they're looking at what the commissioners are going to propose here and then make their proposals to the towns.
That's good to consider that.
Yeah, last year they only got, and I'm not sure what this means, but it says CC towns. I'm assuming that's Carroll County towns.
Yeah.
They only got 16,000, and it doesn't say what town.
And this is the first year we've removed the requirement that they can only apply to the county or the towns, but not for both for the same programming, so
It says it right on here. so.
now they do have that ability to go to the towns also.
Yeah.
But they serve other counties, correct? Or no?
Which one?
White Horse.
Yes.
So they only list the Carroll County grant.
That's the only county they get, that they've gotten money from.
I don't know.
They don't have,
I don't know if they're gonna be asking co-ops or,
I would assume if they're opening up a new one, they'll ask COSPR up there.
yeah.
That would be my.
That was my question.
That would be my assumption. It hasn't started yet, they've just been asked to go up there.
But that was my question, do they serve other counties currently?
No,
Side?
not
Oh,
currently.
they don't?
I don't know.
No, I don't believe so. They've just started in COAS. I don't think it's an ongoing thing. We could have them come in if we would feel better about, if you would like Mitch to come in and make a presentation, he'd be more than happy to.
Well, we have what what they do with the individual towns in terms of service here.
Yeah,
Conway's 36,
yeah,
Ossaby's 33,
yeah.
Wayfield's 18.
Yeah.
The other towns are just pretty much single, Effingham's 10.
That's why you count. Well, I think we just leave it at the 522 and see what the delegation does.
I can live with that.
Yep.
And you
Okay.
will have more time to do this, right? So Bonnie
Right.
just needs this to put it into the proposed budget. And then when you have a chance to go over that for a couple of meetings, to really fine tune it and vote on your final budget, you'll get to see the big picture and whether or not you want to waive your policy.
Yep.
So
Yep.
you just needed something to put in there for now.
Okay. I think I'm okay with that for now.
We can do that for now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bill, is that okay with you?
That's just fine.
Okay.
All right, I'll let her know. Thank you.
Okay. That's not as hard, but it was hard.
Yeah.
Because you just,
It's
you know.
hard. It is hard.
We don't have any line item transfers. right?
No, not today.
Okay, what else do we have? No finance report today. Wow. So we have a non-public at 12:30?
11:30.
Yeah, you actually have some before that, so if you want to probably go into non-public now, that would be good.
Okay,
Several people coming over, so.
okay.
Now, I assume yeah, will not be part of that, is that correct?
You can certainly use this space so Commissioner Nelson can be included if you want.
If you want to, yep. That's totally up to you, Bill.
Oh, no, I'm just trying to, didn't know if you could do it, will it be by phone or if you had electronics to do it, or will it show up on your screen?
Yeah, we can do it right here. If you want to stay here, we'll do it right here.
You can do it as a Zoom.
We can do it as Zoom, we just,
Okay. Your call.
no, you're the one that has to stay on Zoom. So it's totally up to you. I'm more than happy to have you here. Need your
How many
input.
more do we have, just a curiosity?
We have non-public A and C, correct?
Yes, and I'm aware that he had to leave at 1, so I'm trying to get everybody in before 1 o'clock.
Okay.
All right, so I'm
Okay.
gonna make a motion, we go into a non-public, per New Hampshire RSA 91-A:3, 2A and C.
Call roll. Representative McGee?
We need a second.
I'll second.
Oh, sorry about that.
Yes.
Commissioner,
Representative McGee?
Aye.
oh, there you go.
Did I say it wrong? I'm sorry.
Nope.
That's okay.
Representative McCarthy?
Aye.
I should vote last, I'm sorry. Representative Nelson? Aye.
11:48.
He's used to